Hey guys, it's Poppy John here. Still don't have a voice. I am working on it with the VA, and as soon as I get some news, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, just thought I'd take a break and I'm going to talk about a song. Since I can't sing anymore, I'm kind of developing this troubadour type talking through my song thing. I'm able to carry a tune from time to time. But it does lead for some interesting interpretations and some storytelling. And one of my favorite songs for going back for a long time has been a song called "The City of New Orleans," written by Steve Goodman. Basically, it was written on a train trip down from Chicago down to New Orleans. The city of New Orleans was the Illinois Central freight or passenger line that had a direct line from Chicago to New Orleans, and was quite famous as the railroad that really was a highway for the immigration of the blacks into Chicago and Detroit for manufacturing. Interesting stories behind it, but Illinois Central was also the railroad that was really the basic foundation of the town I grew up in, Minot, Illinois, which small agricultural town, but the railroad played a big part. I can remember visiting my uncle when I was at a very young age and seeing the steam engines, and he worked at the dairy, and I can remember one day a steam engine was emptying its boiler, the ashes and everything. There was a big pit in the ground. Minot actually had a locomotive barn right across from the dairy. And I can remember the black ash and the glow from underside, and you know, thank God I've got a great memory, because what a picture that was. It was a big part of the town I grew up in. It was the only place south of Chicago where the Illinois Central and the Santa Fe could exchange cars, which God help you, if you lived on the northeast side of town, and the Santa Fe was putting cars on the Illinois Rail. Anyway, here's the song. It's called "City of New Orleans." Like I said, you know, I still can't sing, but sometimes reading it, you might have a better understanding of what's being sung. Enjoy. Riding on the City of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 bags of mail. All along that southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee, rolls out and passes farms and fields, passing trains that have no name, freight yards of old black men in the graveyards of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the City of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. Dealing cards with old men in the club car. Hey, penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass that paper bag, but oh, hold that tequila. I feel the steel wheels run beneath the floor. But the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. Mother with her babe asleep, she's rocking to that steady beat and the rhythm of the rails. That's all you feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the City of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. Night I'm on the City of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi Delta, right down to the sea. All the towns and people seem to fade into a dark dream, and the steel rail still ain't heard the news. Conductor sings his song again. The passengers will please refrain. This train, it's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America. How are you? Oh, hey, don't you know me? I was your native son. I'm the train they call the City of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. Yes, indeed, City of New Orleans, King Diamond. I remember putting a friend on, worked at a company called ITC, and a young guy in test, well, I think it was a 73, 74, sent him over to Champaign, Urbana, and put him on the City of New Orleans. It looked like a pretty desperate train back then, but, you know, that's the way we went in America. GM said railroads aren't any good, and whatever GM said was good for America. Anyway, that's it for the day. Adios. Have a great one. Bye.